A traditional education can get you a job, it can get you a career, but a self-education can make you a fortune. Hey everybody, it's the Black Girl Billionaire here, and today we're going to be talking about how much does it really cost to get into real estate. I'll be sharing with you the 5 biggest ticket items that you need to be prepared for if you're interested in joining this wonderful world of real estate. The very first thing that we're going to talk about is your pre-licensing course. Before you can take the exam or get the license, you have to take the courses to get from that. So you will need an accredited, qualified real estate school so you can get all of your pre-course hours done. And the hours vary by state. I got my license in Georgia, which was 90 hours, but depending upon the state, it could be 75. I think Texas is like 150 something. It's really crazy. So just look at your state, how many hours you need, and that will determine how long of a class you need to take. My class was kind of an accelerated program. It was 2 weeks long, and it was from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So it was literally a full-time job going to those classes for 2 weeks straight. And the book was like this thick, no joke. I don't have it with me, but it was a very thick real estate book. So you need to be prepared to take that time. If you don't have 8 to 5 for 2 weeks because you have a job or whatever else you're doing, they have night classes, just day classes or weekend classes. So whatever it is, just make sure you do your research in your particular state. And I would say $300 to $350 on average to take the pre-licensing course. It could be a little bit more in your state. For me, it was actually $200 because I got mine during when the pandemic really started to hit and nobody was signing up. So they just ran like a huge discount. I was like, come on, let me hop on it while it's still ready, thank the Lord. So definitely check, maybe your school will have some type of discount. And I know a lot of real estate schools, if you kind of sign a contract to go with their brokerage firm, after you're done getting your license, they may offer you a discount or some type of tuition, or if you're a veteran. So definitely don't be kind of shocked at the sticker price. There are ways to get that down if you really want to. So second biggest ticket item is the examination and licensing fees. And I'm looking down at my notes sheet if you see me looking. But I'll break this down for you. So first you have your application fee to even apply for the license, which is going to be around $30. Next, you have your fingerprints and or your background check. And I say and or because it depends on the state. Like Georgia, I didn't need my fingerprints done. But in South Carolina, I did. And I actually got that by a reciprocity. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But basically, reciprocity is just carrying over your license to another state without having to start all over again with the classes and the test. But that can cost about $100, say on average, depending upon which state you're in. And then next is the actual exam. So you've taken all the classes, now you get your exam, woohoo, which is $120. Now that's per exam. So it's best to pass it the very first time, or you'll have to pay about $120 each time you take it. And I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to keep paying. And then lastly, you took the exam, you passed your real estate license. And the license costs about $150 on average. So in total, all that stuff I just said, $400 for your application, your background check, the license, and the exam. You're up to about $400. So right now, if you're keeping track, we're about at $750 to even get to the exam. But now you got the exam, you got the license, you're passed, okay, you're a realtor, or excuse me, you're a real estate agent. But now you have to hang up your license at someone's brokerage, which brings us to fee number 3, brokerage fees. You're a licensed realtor, but you can't just go out all willy-nilly, selling, buying, doing all this other stuff, because what happens if you screw something up? You need for someone to help you with your liability, which is why you pay a broker's fee to whatever brokerage you are. Now, this is very variant depending upon what brokerage you're at, what company you're with, what state you're in, all this different stuff varies. But I'll say on average about $70 because that's what I pay for mine. And that covers your E&O insurance, and E&O insurance is errors and omission insurance, which is to protect you and your company in case something happens with the contracts, because you're helping people with some of the biggest purchases that they'll ever make in their life. So definitely, if you're gonna be out here selling $300, $500, $700, $1 million type homes, then you need to have some type of insurance to protect you just in case something don't go your way. That also covers some of your MLS fees, like ℕ𝔼𝕬𝕚 or any type of other programs to help you write your contracts, and also just the technology, the website, the apps, the texting that all costs, right? So that can help in there. And then also the commission splits that are available with your brokerage. Some companies are 100%, others, I work at Keller Williams, and mine is 70-30 up to a cap of $23,000 plus a 6% franchise fee up to a cap of $3,000. So in layman's terms, that really means is I would have to sell $2.5 million worth of property before I could get like 100% commission, which is pretty good, I might say, because you gotta look at the trade of what you're getting versus what you're giving. So while I do have to give basically 36% of my commission up until that $2.5 million, I get a lot of resources, a lot of help and technology that I honestly need as a new agent. So I think it's best to go for a company that's really gonna help you, invest in you, give you all the training, all the resources that you need to succeed, even though it may take a little dock in your commission until you sell enough to finally reach as much as you need, your 100% commission. I think that's better than just going to like a straight 100% commission, because they're probably not gonna help you that much, and it's totally different reading it in a book and actually practicing it. I'll say that again. Reading in a book is one thing, but actually doing it is a whole nother thing. So I think definitely going to a company that may take a little bit more of your commission, but that's going to help you out a lot more, is worth it. But you know, it's up to you. You weigh that and make out the decision. So we'll say on average, $70, and then also MLS fees. I'm a part of 2 MLSs, which, honey, it's not free. So I pay $20 for the Georgia MLS and $20 for Western Upstate MLS, which is just South Carolina. So I say about $90 in total for my MLS fees and my brokerage fees. So that is the third one. Now, fourth, realtor designation. Now I know we've all seen the commercials of the R, so you can trust it. Well, honey, that R is not free, okay? So if you've been keeping track of the numbers, or if you haven't, I'll go ahead and sum it up for you. You're at a whopping $1,670 just to get into the real estate game and get everything you need. Honestly, that's not that bad, right? As far as starting a whole new career, a whole new stream of income for you. But let me give you some bonuses of fees that you honestly, or expenses that you honestly should keep in mind. And those are your business and marketing expenses, which are pretty necessary. So for example, business expenses, if you want to upgrade your internet or get a new work phone or work laptop, or you need papers, pens, notebooks, any of those type of things are all considered your business expenses. Instagram, your Facebook, any type of advertisements, marketing materials, like if you have flyers that you want to mail out or stickers that you want to hand out, any of these type of things you need to be prepared for. Now, I think one of the best things or best pieces of advice that I have heard, don't put yourself into a marketing bankruptcy. Basically, do not go crazy spending $3,000 per month on marketing if you're not selling any houses or helping people buy any houses, right? Like, you don't have the cash flow to do that in a productive way, so don't go crazy here. I would say $100 a month, that's a good number to start with, right? So just throw your line out there, see how it helps, learn from it, and then increase or decrease that number depending upon what your needs are. So in total, to wrap things up, I would say $2,000. That is a good number to be safe, to cover all of your expenses, all of your fees that you need to just jump into the real estate world. And when you think about opportunity costs, which is how much of an investment you have to make into something in order to, like, for that thing to work, $2,000 is not really that bad. When you think about a traditional education, like me, I go to Clemson, I'm out of state. It's about $50,000 per year. So 50,000 times 4 is 200,000. So when you look at $200,000 per year for an education versus $2,000 for self-education, come on, honey, you do the math, right? That's not a very bad investment. And I think one of the best kind of quotes that I've heard is that a traditional education can get you a job. It can get you a career. But a self-education can make you a fortune. And I think that really resonates to me, because if you invest $2,000 into yourself to know that, hey, this is something that I really want to do. I want to give myself a chance. And there is no limit, right? There is no standard salary to how much you can make. You can make $30,000, $50,000, $800,000 per year, depending upon how aggressive, how strong you want to be, right? 800,000 was low-key precedent. We'll say 300 to be safe, because I don't want to hype y'all head up, but you get the point. There is no like ceiling on how much you can make. So 2,000 is definitely reasonable. It's definitely worth it. And I know I threw a lot of information at you all. So if you want to just either replay the video, which honey, get my views up, you can do. I will have a downloadable PDF of a nice pretty infographic of all the figures that I just threw at you and how much you really should have saved up to just get into the real estate world. Because trust me, that investment is worth it for you. So please, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment box below. Also, let me know what you guys want to see next. What are you interested in? And make sure to follow me on Instagram, because I post more often on there anyway. So definitely, if you have any questions, email me as well. I am a part of Keller Williams, so if you want to know about Keller Williams, more specifically, or the pre-licensing courses, they are accredited and qualified. Like I said, please make sure you find a good real estate school, okay? So do your research to make sure you're making the proper investment for yourself. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share to your neighbor, to your friend, to your girl, to your guy, whoever you need to. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See y'all next time.